Hey, what's going on, everybody? Todd here again. I'm going to show you another very basic tutorial for After Effects, which a lot of you out there probably already know how to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's cloning. As you can see here, I have some footage here of my guys, and I cloned them, and it's looking good. Let me show you a preview. First thing we want to do is grab your camera and start filming. Here's the original footage where I filmed myself in 3 different places. Started here for like 10 seconds, walked over to this spot here for 10 seconds, and then back here for 10 seconds. What you want to try to do is do it with the sun out and no clouds, so the lighting don't change. If the lighting changes, you're going to see it in the final project, but try to do it on a clear day or indoors with even lighting. That's the best thing to do. So film myself here a little bit, act like I'm talking to this guy here, which isn't there. Then I'll move on over to that spot next, talk to that guy down there, and then I move on to the last spot. Just throw the ball around a little bit. This guy's on his own. So that's what you need to film. Like I said, try to keep the lighting pretty even throughout the 30 seconds that you record, or however many people you want to do. You can throw more over here, up here, as long as they ain't interfering with each other. They need to be a decent amount of space in between each other so they don't interfere. Oops. So that's what we want to do. So let's get started. Let's create a new composition. I'm using 1080 footage again, so I'm doing 1080. Turn the transparency off here, and let's drop the footage on into the composition. Here we go. Okay, what we want to do, since we have 3 different people, 3 different clones, I guess you could say, in this video, we want to duplicate this footage 2 times, 2 more times, there's 1, and 2, edit, duplicate, or I think it's Control D to duplicate the keyboard. Okay, so let's get down here to this bottom. Let's turn the eyes off of all of them, except the bottom one. And let's select that bottom one, double click it. And this is going to be the file we're going to use mainly for the entire background. We're just going to cut out all the other guys and pretty much paste them on this entire footage here. So let's go ahead and let's get him in his spot. Start him right about there. So let's click in on that. And there he goes. Blah, 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 blah. And let's end him right about there. Okay. First one's done. We got that one in and out. Let's turn that one off. Let's go to the second one. Double click this footage. Okay, we want to go to the second guy. She starts right about here. So, end for the start point where he starts. Where's he stopping at? Past it. Oops. Right about there. And out on that point. Okay. And the third file. Turn that one on. And the third one on. Double click it. Go to the third guy. He's just hanging out up by the tree, thinking he's cool. And we all know he isn't. Okay. Let's see about there. That looks good. We'll go out there. Okay, now we have all 3 of our files edited and cut to where we want them to be. So let's start by showing this bottom file. This is my guy here. We don't need to do nothing with this file here, the bottom one on the list. Make sure that one's at the bottom. You can choose, I usually use the one on the end, one of the ends of the video to work best as your main file. So I'm going to leave that alone. So let's turn that one off and get to the second one. Okay, what we're going to do is take our pen tool and we're going to cut right around this guy. I like to do the whole file, not just a rounding like this, which some people can do that. I mean, if you can get away with it, but I like to do it this way. Just stay out of this guy's path here because you know he's going to be there. Let's just cut on up, and we can come on down here because we know this guy's over in this area, so we're not going to interfere with him. And there we go on him. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that one off. Turn this one on. The third guy. Okay, get your pen tool again. Let's mask around him. Remember where you were at with your other one. It was right around here. So this one we can actually come more this way with it. Just got to watch the shadows. If you forget where you're at, you can turn on the second one and you can see it right there. So we're going to have to come on up a little closer to that one. Alrighty. I have to redo this. This mask. Okay, let's go start. We can tweak this later if we get in the way of the other guy, but that one. Alright. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Bang. Turn all layers on. You got your bottom layer, which is the whole scenery basically. The next guy pops in. The place you cut him in, the next guy pops in as well. Now, just gotta make sure there's no interference, which there might be a little bit in here, which ain't gonna be a big deal because they're not really touching. It's the same background, so we're gonna feather it out a bit. So it actually looks pretty good. It looks pretty even, the lighting on this one. But I'm still gonna feather it. Let's go ahead and take this guy, select the second file, the second guy. Go to the mask properties and scroll down. Let's feather it up to about 60. Okay. Let's do the same thing for this guy here on the end, which is my top file here. It would help to rename your files, which I didn't do. I never do. I'm kind of lazy. If you select a file and hit, I think, enter, yeah, then you can rename your file. Guy 1, Guy 2, whatever, whatever works for you. Select the mask and let's feather this one to 60 as well. And it's looking pretty damn sweet. The only thing that may mess up in the background, which most people won't notice, is the leaves blowing, which there might be a slight variation between your cuts for the leaves, but probably not. Most people ain't gonna notice that. So let's you can check on up here to make sure everything else looks good. And I believe it does. Even the interactions here kind of work between these two guys. That's about it.